We are doing chicken this week, week 10, Thursday. So we have an Indian curry, chicken curry. We're going to dress it up a little bit, make it beautiful, and use different kinds of pieces like the chicken drumsticks. And as you saw yesterday, we made we dressed it up a little bit to make it look beautiful. As in Indian curries, we have lots of spices. For oil, we'll use mustard oil. We have two types of chilies here. So we have a hot red chili and some Kashmiri chili. And then we have tomato paste and tomatoes. So these three ingredients will give us that red, bright red color to the dish. For spices, we have cumin and coriander and some garam masala. A little bit of tartness, we have lemon juice, yogurt, onion and chicken stock. So this is about 2 cups of chicken stock. And then you can see the chicken that I marinated yesterday. So normally what I do is I grill this. But we don't have a grill. So we will saute the chicken, we'll remove it, and then we'll cook the gravy fully, and then we'll put the chicken pieces in, cook it, and then remove it. And then when we do the sauce, we'll do it in a French style sauce. So we'll strain it so to remove the onions and the tomatoes from it, or any other impurities or masala that might be there, to make it a clean, a smooth, velvety sauce. To go with this, and this is my wife's favorite, is what we in Bengali call bashanti pulao, which is basically a yellow pulao, sweet pulao with some dried fruits. So what we have here is ghee. So this is about 2 tablespoons of ghee. And then I have soaked some currants or raisins here, a little bit of sugar, some cashews, these are broken cashews, and then these are whole spices. I have green cardamom, cloves, cinnamon, and 1 bay leaf. And this is a little bit of turmeric and some saffron mixed in hot water. So the color will come from the turmeric, the yellow color, and then the fragrance will come from the saffrons. We have short grain rice here. This is about 3 cups, and then I have 6 cups of water. So we'll cook the rice first. It'll take about 15 minutes. We'll let it rest. And while this is cooking, we'll cook the chicken and the broth, and then bring it together. In this pan, we'll cook the rice. So we'll put the ghee in here. We'll lower the heat. As you can see, this is already high, so we'll just lower the heat and we'll put the cashews in for a couple of minutes. So fry the cashews for just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of color. And I drained the water out of the raisins, so I'll put it in. Be careful, this still has a little bit of water. keep it on low. And you can see the cashews are turning color. So that's what we are looking for. So we will drain this out. And take it out of the ghee. I've taken out the cashews. To the hot ghee we'll add the whole masalas. Give it a few minutes. We'll add the sugar. And then we'll add the rice. We fry it for a few minutes on low so that it doesn't burn. While this is frying, let's come to the chicken. So I have a hot pan here. We'll add the mustard oil. And then we'll put the chicken pieces in. Let it fry, we'll come back to the rice. And then we'll put the water. Turn up the heat. Add the turmeric and saffron mixture. And let it come to a boil. While this is coming to a boil, let's look at our chicken. That one side is cooked. So this is coming up beautifully, and the rice coming up to a boil. We don't need to cook the chicken fully because it will cook in the sauce. We just need it to brown. That's why we have it on high. And we'll brown it on all sides. And then we'll come back and make the gravy. For the rice, as it comes to a boil, we'll put the lid on and cook it for 15 minutes. We'll add a little bit more oil, the mustard oil, to this. Add the onions. A little bit of salt. Let's come back here and let's taste the rice to make sure that it has salt. It needs a little bit of salt. This is coming to a boil. So coming back to the chicken, onions have taken on a beautiful color. At this point we'll add the ginger garlic paste, the rice has come to a boil. We'll put the lid on, turn it down to simmer, and then let it cook for 15 minutes. The chicken is smelling already really good. We'll add the coriander and cumin powder. So as you can see, there is no turmeric in this curry, so the color will come from the tomatoes. And then we'll add the garam masala to this. We have a little bit more oil. Again, remember, we are going to remove most of this masala, so the oil will be, there won't be so much oil. Just so that it doesn't boil, it doesn't burn. We put a little bit of stock so that it doesn't burn. And constantly adjust the heat to make sure that your masalas are not burning. We'll add the tomatoes. And a little bit more stock. We also want to add the chilies. and the tomato paste. And it'll give a really good red color to the sauce. At this point you want to add a little bit more salt, and then we didn't add any pepper, so we'll add just a little bit of pepper. I don't want to waste all of this marinade, so I'll put a little bit of stock, mix it together, and hand is the best method to do that. And then put it in here. We want to add the yogurt, so this is 1 cup of yogurt. Mix it well. We want to add the rest of the stock, which was about 2 cups. Bring it up to a boil. Let's taste the gravy. It needs a little bit of salt. We can always adjust the seasoning later on. So once this comes to a boil, we'll put the chicken in, and then we'll let it cook for about 25 to 30 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked. Put the chicken pieces in. Just spoon the sauce a little bit on top of it, of the chicken. We lower the heat to a simmer, cover it, and cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. The chicken is done, so we'll take it out, pour a little bit of sauce, and then put it on a plate. For the sauce, we'll drain this, and then we will cook it down. So we'll strain out all the juice, and then we'll remove the tomatoes and the onions from the gravy, and if there are any big pieces of spices, it will get removed. So all we want is the gravy. And then we'll bring it up to a boil and we'll reduce it. Chicken curry with dried fruit pulao. Hopefully you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great night and bon appetit. See you tomorrow with another intriguing chicken dish.